Hi, my name is Sandra Hill Williams, and I wanted to talk to you today about my tentative research project. I wanted to focus this research study on how students who are in special ed feel when they have to freely express their feelings and emotions in response to their morals and values. And especially because some students at this age, the children begin to feel very emotional when they're interacting with their other students. And from a student's very positive experiences of being treated nicely while having class and being exposed to negative treatment, and how they begin to feel like victims. So in this action research case, we're trying to discover the students' responses as far as their behavior is concerned, and also what the instructors and teachers should do to help. For instance, there are certain behaviors from the targeted student groups, which will be the 5th graders at my school, and these will be 10 males and 15 females. For instance, the certain behaviors from targeted students were addressed and revealed. Many were feeling sad, or we expect them to feel sad, while trying to come with terms with their emotional status. The students who are considered are usually the aggressors who try to justify some of their actions by expressing their guilty feelings for picking on their fellow students. However, some students feel like they are the victims, and we want to find out how they feel if they had to switch roles and they become the bully or more aggressive student instead of being the victim. Therefore, by the time the child transitions to the next grade, we're hoping that they will be able to define their morals and values and feelings more clearly and be able to navigate the educational system without so many disruptions and violations, especially with them now having access to the social media and the blogs and Twitter and all of those things where they usually have these fights on the phone, or they have these fights online. So we're really trying to express those feelings and have the student, and that's what the research is trying to find out, how to make accommodations for those students and give them the freedom to really express how they really feel. While some students who usually bully and display antisocial and combative negative behaviors are commonly associated with feeling bad and unacceptable behavior in the classroom, and this is according to Malti and Kernauer in 2013. In addition, another scientist, Malti, indicated that students who act like bullies display aggressive negative behavior that continue to target students' morals and emotional status. These students are usually considered the victims, following patterns with distinct trajectories through middle school. Some from ages 7 through 10 are constantly experience projections, while other students show major increases in intense emotions, are developing moral values and feelings. Therefore, we will be focusing on using the look, think, and act procedures in order to help determine the behavior and to answer these research questions regarding the bullying and unselfish acts that students are experiencing because other students are bullying them in the school system, especially those who are participating in special ed. Moreover, according to Smith, students between 7 and 8 can genuinely offer an apology spontaneously, as well as provide sincere feelings and emotions that can be calming and that help to soothe the bullied students' emotions and bad feelings. So we're going to focus on that, and we're going to target that. We have to get permission from the students' parents and the teachers in order to get accurate data. And this data will be collected by questionnaire, observation, and also by personal interviews with the students and with the teachers in hopes to get a truthful response from the perpetrators or the bulliers, as well as a truthful response from the victims, the children who are being bullied. But my target, because I am a special education educator, is to work with the special education students. So my sample size is going to be small because I want to focus on what they know. And as I said, we're going to be dealing with 10 males and 15 females. So what we decided to do as a part of this was to set up a scenario where they role play bullying. So we would have one student act like they're role playing bullying another student and see what their responses are. Then we would allow the special ed student to put a check mark on how they feel or what they're showing, or show a happy face or a smiley face, in order to determine the best strategy and how to move forward. Plus, we also would have large visuals and pictures of people being happy or sad, and as a response to what was going on with the bullying, being the person who's the aggressor, the student that's the aggressor, or being the student that's the perpetrator. So therefore, hi sweetheart, how you doing?
Good.
Okay, you gotta go home?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. See you later. Bye-bye. As I said, my focus is special education, and we're working with those students. So we've been talking about emotional issues with our students. So for example, let's say one of our students decided to apologize after his teacher forced him to say he was sorry. So as an emotion, because the child was forced to say they were sorry, we felt that they really did not mean it. So our focus on the look part would be just to take a closer look, or a deeper dive into what the emotions, true emotions of the child were. And then the next step to think about it, we would want to make reflections about the actual responses and actually what we got to justify the students feeling aggressive or feeling sad or no feeling at all. Because some kids bully and don't have any qualms about being the aggressor or trying to do those bullying actions. So we're just trying to get the students to think in a different way. Once we proceed with this and the results are collected, and we would anticipate responses being true, we would also make sure that in the final analysis that we looked at the variables and the data to make a concrete possible answer or suggestion as to what can be done in the actual research, just to make sure that things are being properly done for our students. So with the strategic action, on the initial goal, we would offer, after the outcome, we would offer more counseling and conflict resolution to the students to help them while they are trying to resolve the issues about being bullied, whether they are the aggressive student who is bullying or they're the victim student who is the receiver on the back end. Anyway, as a result, I feel confident that once we get this information collected, that we will be able to make a positive response that the whole school can utilize in this action research, and that our strategic plan will be useful for all parties involved. So that's basically the synopsis of what I plan to do. As indicated by Smith, he believed that certain bullying students that targeted other students with negative behavior usually disappear, and the more aggressive the students' behaviors become relevant. Therefore, the constant expectancy of bullying students to apologize, especially those that are in special ed, because sometimes they need additional help and additional prompting, is going to be a process that's ongoing. So I look forward to doing this research, and hopefully we can find a solution to resolve this problem so that no students feel as if they're really the victim of being bullied or causing it. That's all I have today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.